9 out of 10 packing cubes are so bad. Let's see if these cubes are part of the bottom 90% or part of the top 10%. It's Leah, your professional organizer, giving you hacks, inspiration, and reviews to help you get and stay organized in your home and on your vacation. I'll leave the links to all my social media handles down below because I give you a little something different on each of the platforms. If you like what I'm sharing here on YouTube, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and thank you to all my returning subscribers. Hello, how are you doing? If you're a Nomad Lane fan, you might have been waiting for this moment because today we're going to talk about Nomad Lane's first ever and brand new Sado packing cubes. Of course, we are going to get into all of the nitty-gritty of the features of these cubes, but first we should really talk about what packing cubes are for. I've heard the argument that they save space, and I've heard the argument that they are just another thing and therefore they take up space. When it comes to storage, they are just another thing that takes up space, so you shouldn't own a ton of packing cubes, just keep the cubes you use. And if and when you replace your cubes, make sure you're getting rid of your old packing cubes that you no longer need. When it comes to travel, they help you save some space, but that's not the top reason to use packing cubes. At the end of the day, packing cubes do not change how you fold. And while I will be showing you some folds in the Nomad Lane packing cubes in this video, if you want to improve how you fold and use space in a packing cube, I have a whole packing hack series to help you with that. So what is the top reason to use a packing cube? Packing cubes keep you organized. How packing cubes keep you organized is by creating separation in your bag, and naturally you've given intention and thought to what that separation looks like as you packed your cubes. Think about it. Anyone you've seen with a suitcase that looks like it exploded didn't go on the trip with all of their clothes in packing cubes. So if you struggle with keeping a calm suitcase, definitely give packing cubes a try. The best part about packing cubes is the ease and efficiency they provide on your trip. You know where your clothes are, they're separate and protected from your other things like your shoes and accessories and skincare. You can take your cubes out of your bag when you're getting dressed, easily find what you need, and then easily pack it back up. If you don't want to keep your packing cubes in your bag throughout your trip and prefer to unpack, just take your packing cube out of your bag, unzip it, tuck the top of the cube under, and place it in a drawer or on a shelf. Now you're unpacked, and to repack, all you have to do is zip the cube and place it back in your bag. With all of that said, it's time to unbox and talk specifically about the new Sado compression packing cubes from Nomad Lane. The Sado packing cubes are an all-black, 4-piece set comprised of a small, medium, and large compression cube, as well as a laundry bag. The small cube is 15 inches by 6 inches, the medium cube is 13 inches by 9.5 inches, the large cube is 15 inches by 11 inches, and the laundry bag is 12 inches wide and 21 inches long total, or 10.5 inches long on each side. One thing to know about Nomad Lane is it's a husband and wife team creating these products. When they create anything, their thoughts are very layered, and at the forefront of their thoughts are how you are going to stay organized while you're away. So when they created their packing cubes, the intention was for the cubes to go exactly into their bags. In the bento bag, the small cube fits underneath the two tech and toiletries pouch compartments, while the medium and large cubes fit on the open side of the bento bag. Any of these 3 cubes can slide nicely into their backpack or tote bag, and you can use these cubes in other travel bags you have. My personal opinion is this element could have been executed much better, and there are so many layers I can think of that perhaps they didn't. I would have done something with the shape, with more separation, and with holistic packing options. The good news is Nomad Lane isn't shy to come out with new versions of their products, and I know they're going to see this video, so maybe they'll tap me to consult on version 2. As of right now though, I don't think this main intention is the selling point for these cubes. I think it's helpful for marketing, but what truly makes these packing cubes stand apart, if anything at all? Well, the important elements of a packing cube are the zippers, the material, and the sizes that are included. We need something that's sturdy, durable, and that fits into our travel bags. At first glance, I noticed the zippers, and I am sure that we're meant to. Since these are compression cubes, there are 2 zippers to open the cube itself, and there's another zipper to compress the cube. They're all the same solid zipper. Purely based on looking at these zippers, I know they're great, but let's get into the technicalities. They are heavy-duty number 5 nylon zippers, which maintain structural integrity under stress and are weather-resistant. The zippers are on reverse sliders, meaning they hide the zipper teeth for a sleek look and are snag-free. And they're stitched strong with thick nylon thread and reinforced by sturdy plastic webbing. The zippers all have a loophole for your finger. I have zero concerns about the zippers breaking on these cubes or anyone fumbling around for more than a couple seconds when they're opening and closing these cubes, even when they're stuffed full. Again, to speak technically, there's a cord lock, which is this plastic piece at the end here that your finger rests nicely in, on an 8 cm extended pole for smoother, faster, and easier opening and closing of the zippers with no finger strain. Overall, these zippers are tough, light, and practical for all the chaos that can happen when you're traveling. The zipper box is definitely checked off for me. The next checkbox we're going to look at is material. Most packing cubes have 2 materials, one for the body of the cube and one for the front of the cube. That's some sort of mesh so you can see what's inside. The body of the Sato cubes are a peachy soft 150D polyester. There's a water-resistant coating for any potential spills and dual polyurethane backing to enhance water resistance, durability, and prevent fraying. It's not flimsy at all, but it's not 100% staying up on its own. The mesh top is 180-gram Darlington mesh, which is designed for breathability. Not only will you be able to see what's inside your cube, but your clothes will also stay fresh without getting musty when the cube is zipped shut. The key is that it has some stretch to it. I love to pack my cubes to the absolute max, and that means sometimes I tear my mesh top a little. So the mesh top of these Nomad Lane packing cubes is the best in the game that I know of. On top of the cubes, they're giving us a handle. It's thin, it sticks out, it's positioned on the back of the cube. I don't think there's anything to write home about here, and I don't particularly like it. And there isn't a place for labels, which I'm not a fan of labels, but some people are. So if you need labels to differentiate what's inside each of your cubes, then these cubes don't have that for you. Now, in the name, they tell you these are compression packing cubes. I think a lot of people assume compression cubes are better than regular cubes. The word compression is where everyone thinks they're going to save space. Essentially, what the compression element does is it takes the air out of your folds. If you're really good at folding tightly, and you're not afraid to neatly pack your cube to the max, you don't need compression cubes. You only need to compress a cube if you don't know how to use a packing cube to its full extent. Only when you underpack the cube can the compression element come into play. Does that make sense? They're a funny shape when compressed, and there's no perfect fold for compression cubes. If you file fold, the compressed rounded cube edges, along with the cube compressing on all sides, will create wrinkles in your clothes. Alternatively, rolling your clothes is better for the shape of a compressed cube, but not as good as file folding into a regular sturdy cube. And a traditional fold lacks balance in your folded stack. But the scenarios I support using compression cubes for are traditionally folding and compressing your bulky sweaters, if you're not taking up all of your space in your packing cube, or if your only option is a flimsy compression cube, it's better to use the compression feature rather than not. These Sato packing cubes are just sturdy enough that I would use them as a regular packing cube and ignore the compression feature unless I'm bringing several bulky sweaters. So here are some examples of how I packed these cubes. Here's intimates in the small cube, a full pack of outfits in the medium cube, and bulky sweaters in the large cube. For the record, you don't have to put exactly this in each of these cubes. These are just examples. And my favorite of these 3 is, of course, the medium cube, where I file folded and did not use the compression feature of the cube. There's also a laundry bag in this set. It's one of those bags where you put clean clothes on one side, and then when they're dirty, switch them over to the other side. There's a sleeve inside so the bag adjusts to the fullness on either side at any point throughout your trip. This is one of those things that sounds exciting, but in practice, it's silly. Your clean clothes won't stay organized on the clean side, so the clean side isn't useful. Now, when you stuff your dirty clothes on the dirty side, it isn't going to fit back into your bento bag. And then what? Part of your cube is empty, or if you packed exactly what you needed, the laundry bag doesn't have the same capacity as all of your cubes, so all your dirty clothes don't fit in the laundry bag. It just doesn't work in real life. Instead, I would use this bag as a shoe bag, and I would also recommend you fold the clothes you wear back into your cube. This way, you can rewear something if you want to, and everything fits on the way home just like it did on the way to your vacation. And the last thing to circle back to is the size of the cubes. Overall, the sizes in the set are good. I like that we don't get any extra large or extra small cubes because I've never run into a scenario where I need them. They're not absolutely perfect sizes for the bento bag, although that was the goal, but we usually don't get a perfect match, so it's okay. Consider this box checked as well. Those were the brand new, first ever Nomad Lane Sato packing cubes. There are elements of these cubes that I love and elements that I would change a bit. Overall, these are the best compression packing cubes I've seen so far, and they're pretty good as a regular non-compressed set of packing cubes. So are they the bottom 90% or top 10% of packing cubes? I'd say they're the top 10%. Let me know what you think of these cubes or if you had any questions while watching. I'll leave the link in the caption if you'd like a set of your own and the link to my packing hack series to help you fold your clothes into your cubes. And if you liked this video, I appreciate you taking a second to hit the like button and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time.